Here we have example number 4. The question is, find any points on this graph where the tangent line has the slope of -2. We still have to find the points where the tangent line has slope of -2. Remember, slope of tangent means derivative of the function. So want to solve the equation, f prime x is -2. That is the question, okay? So before we do that, we need to first find f prime x. In this question, function is h, so we need to find h prime t. Derivative of 2t will be just 2, right? And you see this 1 by t can be written as t the power -1. So when you find the derivative of that using power rule, power comes front, power 1 less. So basically 2 minus 1, let's write it one more time, 2 minus t the power -2, 2 minus 1 by t square. So we don't really need to write 1 here because 1 is just a constant multiplier. So h prime t is equal to this function. We need to find when h prime t, which is -2. We know h prime is -1 by square equal to -2. So we subtract 2 on both sides. We will get -1 by t square equal to -4. Negative cancels and we can cross multiply. T square will be 1 by 4. How do you get rid of square? By taking square root on both sides. When we do put square root, we need to put plus minus sign. So t will be half and -half. Okay, that's t. Whenever we need points, though, at these values of t, we also need to find. Whenever we said points means coordinates, right? We know t is half. What is the y value? H of half would be 2 times half plus 1 by half. Basically, 2 times half is 1 plus 2, 3. So that means my point is half and 3. For the second point, when x value is -half, we need to find the second value. We need to find h of -half. That will be 2 times -half plus, see the function is given, right? We are just using that. 1 by -half. So 2 by -half will be -1 minus 2 will be -3. So we are going to write that in here. So our points, final answer, tangent has slope equal to -2 at half, 3 and -half, -3. That's how you're going to write the answer to the question. Next question, it's asking, find an equation for the line normal to. Normal to means not tangent, perpendicular. So let's look at the graphical representation of it. So if we have a random graph, let's call it f of x, then at any point, tangent line means this, right? This line is called tangent. It touches the point and passes through it, right? But the line normal means the line to perpendicular to tangent at this point, right? So this green line would be called normal line at that point, whatever that x value is. Let's say x is equal to a at that point, okay? Now we know the slope of the tangent We know how to find it by now, f prime of a. But the slope of the normal would be equal to the reciprocal of the slope at the tangent because it's perpendicular, but with a negative sign. That's how you're going to remember that. Slope of the perpendicular line or the normal line at that point would be reciprocal of the tangent slope with a negative sign. Okay, so let's look at the question. Our question said, find the equation of line normal to this function when x is 2. So first step would be to find the slope of the tangent. That means you need to first find the derivative of the function. The function is x cubed minus 3x plus 1. The derivative would be 3x squared for the x cubed. Derivative of 3x would be 3. Derivative of 1 would be 0. We do not need to write that. Okay. So slope of the tangent at x is equal to 2 would be found by putting 2 in here. 3 times 2 squared minus 3. 3 times 4, 12 minus 3. The answer is 9. But slope, that's not what we need. We need slope of the normal line. Okay. That is, what is that? That is the reciprocal of this with a negative sign. So that would be negative 1 by 9. Slope of the normal line. Now the question was not to just find the slope of the normal line, it's the equation of the line. When we need the equation of any line, we need two things. We need point and we need slope. Slope we found. For the point, x is given to be 2. What is y? Y we can find by putting 2 in here. So 2 cube minus 3 times 2 plus 1. So let's write it x1 and this would be y1. 8 minus 6 plus 1, 2 plus 1 will be 3. So y1 is 3 and x1 is 2. That is your point. Okay. Equation of any line, if you guys remember this formula from your geometry, is y minus y1 equal to m x minus x1. Okay. Now we have all the information. Y minus y1 is 3 equal to m. Now don't take m as 9. We need to take m as negative 1 by 9 because the question is to find equation of normal line, right? That means we need to use the slope of the normal line. So we need to use negative 1 by 9. X minus x1 is 2. Either you can write this as the answer or you can simplify. Negative x by 9 plus 2 by 9 plus 3 on the other side would be negative x by 9 plus 2 by 9 plus 3, 29 by 9. So I'm going to write the answer as, this is equation of normal line which we were finding. So go stepwise, okay? For finding the equation of the normal, you need the slope of the normal line. So for that, first find the derivative. Put the point value in there. That gives you the slope of the tangent. Reciprocate it with the negative sign. That gives you the slope of the normal line. Then you need a point. We figure out the point. If it's not given, we only know the x1 point. And once we have the point, we can just use the equation here to find the equation of the normal.